Hi friends, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Arihant Academy. I am Mihir Patel, the Maths faculty at Arihant Academy. For more videos like this, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to hit bell icon to get updates. In this video, we are going to learn some of the important theorems from the chapter called Indefinite Integration and Definite Integration. Fine. To begin with, we take the first proof, that is integration of uv dx, okay, which we call it as integration by parts. Now what is that? It is, integration of uv dx is u integration of v dx minus bada integration derivative of u integration of v the whole dx. Okay, you must be knowing this through the result. Now let us prove it. Now, before I start with the proof of this particular result, I would always say that rather than remembering the full theorem or writing it as the general practice people do it, we write 3 to 4 times to remember the theorem. I would say rather than going for that, you remember the key steps of this particular theorem, which I call it as hints. Okay, so let us list out hints first, and then using those hints, let us write down this theorem. So we need not have to by heart it the entire theorem. Rather, we just remember the hint points of it. Fine. So I list out the hints required to prove this. So let me start with the number 1. To begin this proof, we assume integration of v dx as w. Done. So मतलब हम लोग proof में starting में क्या करेंगे? We'll assume that integration of v dx is w. Then what to do? Then comes the second hint, which says use primitive definition of integration. Now what is primitive definition? It is basically a very simple rule which says if a derivative of fx is gx, okay, then the primitive definition says that integration of gx with respect to dx is fx. Okay, and with this only we have developed the standard formula list for integration. Okay, so it's just the name given, primitive definition. Now, after using primitive definition, what next? Then the third hint says you should consider derivative of uw. Okay, we consider the derivative of uw and solve it. Now, when I say solve, matlab use product rule of derivative. After using product rule, we are going to use primitive definition again. Okay, so I say use hint 2. Fine. And finally, the fourth and final hint point is remove w from above result. Okay. So I'm very sure that if you know these 4 hint points, you'll be able to write this theorem very easily. So let me begin with the proof part of it. Okay. As I said, the hint point number 1 says that we are going to assume integration of v dx as w. So I'll say let integration of v dx as w. Done. First step done. इसको हम result number 1 ले लेंगे. Now what is hint point number 2 says? Use primitive definition. Now what is primitive definition says? As you can see here that derivative of fx is gx. Then integration of gx is fx. Done. Now can we go other way around also? That when we say integration of gx is fx, then derivative of fx is gx. Fine. So if you see that result ulta, then you can write integration of v dx, which is w, as derivative of w is v, and that becomes result number 2. Done. Okay. This is going to play a very big role in our proof part of it. So these 2 results are very important. With the help of 2 hint points, we can easily write that. Now let's go to the third hint point, which says consider derivative of uw. Now in this we are going to use product rule. Now what product rule says? Derivative of uw, that is first derivative of second plus second derivative of first. That's what I generally say in product rule. So the first, that is u, derivative of second, that is w, sorry, plus second, that is w, derivative of first, that is u. So हमने product rule apply कर दिया. So can I say this implies what I got is derivative of uw as what? U dw by dx plus w du by dx, and I got my result. So using third hint, I got this result. Now if you see third hint, what it says at the end, we need to use this hint number 2. What does hint number 2 says? It says use primitive definition. So just see how I'm reading this particular part. Derivative of this is this. Okay, I repeat, derivative of uw is this. Then according to rule, integration of this part with respect to dx should be this. Fine. So let us rewrite that particular part here. So therefore, integration of bracket u dw by dx plus w du by dx with respect to dx is what? Uw. And we are very close to the final answer now. What we do here is, can we open the integration here? So to get, we get integration of u dw by dx, the first term with respect to dx, plus integration of w du by dx with respect to dx, that is second part, uw. Fine. So here I am done with my third hint, and now let's go for the final hint and the proof will be over. It says remove w from the above result. So here in this result, wherever you see w, we are supposed to eliminate it. Okay, now तुम बोलेगा sir कैसे eliminate करेंगे? So obviously for that we have already developed result 1 and 2. So let's use result 1 and 2 and eliminate w from the above expression. So can I say from 1 and 2? Tell me now, what I get? Integration of first term u as it is, we are not going to touch that. The second is dw by dx, just refer result 2, and isn't it dw by dx can be written as v dx. Okay, so I'm going to replace this with v and the dx is there. So first term ready. Chalo, let us continue fast now. Next is integration. Now w, just again go to the result 1 and 2 and tell me what is w from that. So clearly from result number 1, if you see, it is integration of v dx. So let us replace with integration of v dx. Okay, I'm not going to touch the term other than w. So du by dx remains as it is into dx. Finally, on the right hand side, I got u. I'm not going to touch that, and the w will be replaced with again with result number 1, which says integration of v dx. And if you see this very nicely, you got your result. What you wanted on LHS, you wanted integration of u dx. If you observe the result, you will find that we have already got integration of u dx here. So let us throw this term on the other side to get the final result. So let's do that and your proof is over. So can I say therefore integration of v dx is equal to u integration of v dx minus bada integration in brackets integration of v dx into derivative of u the whole dx, and hence cool. The result is there. So I hope you like this theorem. It's a very simple, provided you know the hint part of it. Fine. Now let's move to the second proof of it. If you see, it is one of the standard results which we use to solve so many questions. The proof will come in your board exams. So let us prove this result. As I already said, rather than remembering the full proof, we'll be first remembering the hint part of it and just keep a hold on that. Okay, आपको पूरा theorem याद रखने का जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा. Fine. So what is the hint in this? I say to prove all the results, like this, we are going to use standard substitutions. Okay, so in your mind, you should think of standard substitution. Now, most of the people are aware of this particular result, but if you are not, then not to worry, I'll be helping you in that also. Now, how can we come to standard substitution? इसमें क्या substitution करना है, कैसे पता चलेगा? तो I say, take this result, x square plus a square. Done? If you see here, x square plus a square, मतलब जो टर्म यहाँ पे होगा वो हमको यहाँ पे लेना है. Okay?
Here, now what you do it is, consider a square, I better say replace a square by 1. If I do so, I get here plus 1. And in place of x, you just think of like something like a bracket. Done? So some bracket square plus 1, I'm seeing that. Now what I want you to do here is, think of square identities. Okay, think of square identities from Trigo. In trigonometry, you might have done a square identity. Okay, so just recall there were 3 square identities. If you can go back into trigonometry, the first one was sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. I'm just writing for your reference. The second one was sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. And the last one was cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. I hope you can think of this. Now what we need to do basically here is try to see this result in any one of this. Okay. So I am looking for plus 1, number one thing. So do you find plus 1 anywhere in this result? The answer is yes. If we adjust the second result, which is sec square theta, as 1 plus tan square theta, and the next one is cosec square theta as 1 plus cot square theta. Isn't it? So I can get 1 plus something square from these two results. Not from the first one, because from the first one, if I throw any one term on the other side, I get 1 minus sine square theta. So here I'll be using this. Now if somebody says I want to use this, you can go for it, you get the same result. But I would say let us use sec and tan result. So here I'm going for the second result, which says sec square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. And with this, just tell me in place of x, if I superimpose this here, in place of x, what do you find? Then the answer is tan theta. So with this, we got one of the substitution required to solve this sum. So we use x is equal to a tan theta. Done? So this is the hint which you should remember to prove this. Fine? So let's start with the proof part of this. We consider LHS, which is integration of 1 upon x square plus a square. Just now I said when I see this, मेरे दिमाग में क्या आ रहा है? Something square plus 1. From trigonometric identity, which formula comes in your mind? Tan square theta plus 1, which says that I should substitute x is equal to a tan theta. Okay, don't forget a. Now this for your reference I am giving, no, not to be written in your board exams. Fine. So I'll say let us put x is equal to a tan theta. So there is no need to by heart this substitution. कि कौन से proof में क्या substitute करना है. Just think of trigonometric identity and try to place over this result. Fine. Chalo, let us proceed further. Now what we generally do it is, whenever we do substitution, we differentiate the result to get dx. So let us differentiate with respect to x. So what I get, what is derivative of x? It is 1. A as it is. What is tan theta ka derivative? It is sec square theta. But it is not just sec square theta, it is d theta by dx, because I need to use chain rule. Fine. Now I'll throw dx on the other side. So what I get here is dx is equal to a sec square theta d theta. Done. So I got my dx. I got x is equal to a tan theta. Let us take these two results and substitute in LHS. Let's see what we get here. So integration of 1 upon, in place of x, I'll put a square tan square theta. A square remains as it is, and in place of dx, I'm going to write a sec square theta d theta. Fine. Now, if you see denominator, in denominator, can we take a square common? So, as I take a square common, I get tan square theta plus 1, and I got one surprise here. You must be knowing 1 plus tan square, as we already using this formula in the question. It's not 1 plus tan square. It can be replaced with what? Sec square theta, isn't it? And this is the surprise I'm talking of. Sec square get cancelled. It's not here a and a will get cancelled. So what I'm left here is with integration of 1 upon a d theta. That's it. If you see here, your sec square got cancelled, a got cancelled. What I'm left with, denominator by just one a. Fine. Now let us continue here. You must be knowing that the constant term can be taken out. So 1 upon a integration of 1 d theta. Now what is integration of 1? If I ask, your answer would be x. But please remember, we are integrating with respect to d theta. So it is not x, it will be theta. Okay. I have seen students making this mistake, writing it as x. It is not x, it is theta plus c. The integration is over. But we have not got the final result because we all know that whenever we go for substitution, at the end we need to replace this particular part. So let us resubstitute theta. Now we already got this result. If you can see here, x is equal to a tan theta. So let us take that result here. We have x is equal to a tan theta, and from there I want theta. Fine, no problem. Can we take x a on the other side? X by a is equal to tan theta, and if I take tan on the other side, I got tan inverse x by a is equal to theta, and that is what I wanted. I wanted theta to be replaced. So here I'll be replacing that in result a. Substitute in a, and we got the result. Final result, LHS is equal to 1 upon a. In place of theta, we are going to write tan inverse of x by a plus c, which is RHS, hence proved. So it is, rather than calling it as a proof, I am taking this as a sum. It is the sum which is based on a standard substitution. Take it that way, you will be able to remember it very easily. Fine? Done? If you know this, let me tell you, it is a group of 6 formulas, not just one. Okay? And all the results you are going to prove using standard substitution. Okay? Now, with this, let's move to the next proof. It says, integration of 1 upon x square minus a square dx is equal to 1 upon 2a log x minus a x plus a plus c. Okay? As I said, let's start with hint first. Now to prove this, as we did in the previous theorem, we are going to use standard substitution. Okay, so let us use standard substitution here. Now which standard substitution we should go for? So for that, as I said, we consider this result which is there in your left hand side of the proof, where I am going to think, or I better say I am going to replace a square by 1 to see that result as something square minus 1. Okay. Now just go back to the square identities of trigonometry, and can you tell me which trigonometric identity fits in this? Most of might have got the answer. It is sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta, and this implies that I should go for x is equal to a sec theta. Done. So to prove this, we are going to use x equal to a sec theta. Fine, and we'll take it as a sum. So it's not a proof for me, it is just a question based on standard substitution. Fine, so let's begin. We take LHS. Okay, in LHS what we find is x square minus a square dx. Done. Now here, as we already decided, I am saying something square minus 1, which is sec square theta minus 1, which implies I should replace x by a sec theta. Done. Fine. So I'll say put x is equal to a sec theta. Let's begin. After deciding the substitution, what we do is we differentiate to get dx. So differentiating with respect to x. What is the derivative of x? 1. What is the derivative of sec theta? It is sec theta tan theta. And as I said, we are going to use chain rule here, which is d theta by dx. So what I get finally is dx is equal to a sec theta tan theta d theta. So with this and this, we will be able to get the final result. So let's take these results and substitute in LHS. So can you help me with this? In place of x, what I am going to put? I am going to put a sec theta. So I am going to get a square sec square theta minus a square, and in place of dx, I am going to put a sec theta tan theta as highlighted above. Chalo. Now let us adjust the terms. In numerator, can we write a sec theta tan theta? And in the denominator, can we take a square common? And just some a square common lega, what I'm going to get? Sec square theta minus 1 into d theta. Now just now we didn't go to sec square minus 1, can be replaced with it? Is a sec theta tan theta upon a square. Can I write it as tan square theta? Yes, again the square identity. Now a get cut, tan get cut. What I am left with is, in numerator I'll get left with sec theta, in denominator I'll be left with tan theta and a. Fine. So what we get in LHS is 1 upon, sorry, we'll take 1 upon a out in the next step. I'll be left with sec theta upon a tan theta d theta. Now let us continue. So can you take 1 upon a first of all outside because it's a constant term? And what integration says that whenever we have sec theta, cosec theta, tan theta, cot theta, to integrate we convert into sin cos. So let us convert into sin cos. Sec theta can be written as 1 upon cos theta and tan theta can be written as sin theta upon cos theta. Done. So here your cos term will get cancelled. What I am left with 1 upon a, 1 upon sin theta d theta, 1 upon sin theta, I hope everyone knows, is cosec theta d theta. Now integration of cosec theta, what is that? It is 1 upon a log mod cosec theta minus cot theta plus c, and we got the result, but not the final result. We have just integrated the LHS. Now what we do it is, we cannot leave the answer here because there is cosec theta and cot theta, and what we want the answer is in terms of x. So we need to do resubstitution. Now in the previous proof it was very simple, okay, because there we had just theta. In this we need to replace cosec theta and cot theta, isn't it? And we have taken the substitution as x is equal to a sec theta, as you can see. Fine. So using x equal to a sec theta, I wanted to replace cosec and cot. So what we have here is x is equal to a sec theta. So can you write therefore sec theta is equal to x by a? But again the problem is what, we don't want sec theta, we want cosec theta and cot theta, isn't it? So here we again go back to trigonometry, and trigonometry says that whenever you got a single term, now this rule is very important for trigonometry, remember, whenever you get single term in trigonometry, you can find all the other terms using triangle method. Okay, so don't forget this what I said just now. So what we are going to do is, we are going to construct a triangle out of this term, and we complete that triangle using Pythagoras, and from there we can get any trigonometric term. Let's see what I am talking of. Is not sec theta ka definition is hypotenuse upon adjacent, isn't it? So let us draw a triangle here with one of the side hypotenuse as x and adjacent as a. Now using the Pythagoras theorem we can find the third side as x square minus a square. There is no need to explain that, you can directly write it. Okay, fine. So root of x square minus a square, I got the third side, and from there on, once the triangle is complete, I can get any trigonometric term. So can I say this implies which term you wanted? You wanted cosec theta as well as cot theta. So can you help me with the definition of cosec theta? It was hypotenuse upon opposite. So what is hypotenuse? You can see the diagram. It is x. Opposite side is root of x square minus a square. Likewise, what is cot theta by definition? It is adjacent upon opposite, isn't it? So can you help me with the adjacent side? It is a, and opposite side root of x square minus a square. So what we are going to do, we are going to take these two results and put it into the result A. So let us do that. Substitute in result A, that we write on the next page. Fine. So we substitute cosec theta and cot theta in A. Fine. So therefore LHS is equal to, now let me do the substitution. We had 1 upon a in result number a, so 1 upon a log of mod of, in place of cosec theta, if you see, is not, I can replace x upon root of x square minus a square. So x upon root of x square minus a square, and in place of cot theta, it is a upon root of x square minus a square. Now we are into the last phase of the proof. What we need to do is just simplify to get the desired result. So if you see here, we got 1 upon a log of mod of. If you see the denominator is common, so can we club the numerator? The answer is yes, x minus a, you can club it. Now, in the denominator, inside the root, do you see a square minus b square? Isn't it? So let us apply that formula. What is a square minus b square formula says? It says a minus b, a plus b. So I got root of x minus a into x plus a. Let me write it properly. Yes, we write x minus a and x plus a. Done? Plus c. Now here you must be knowing one result. Let's say if I say x upon root x, tell me if I cancel what I get. I'm going to get root x here because term will get cancelled. So likewise, if you see this term and this term, if I cancel, I get root of x minus a in the numerator. So let me write that. So I got 1 upon a log of mod of under root of x minus a upon under root of x plus a plus c. Let us club the root part. So I'll write 1 upon a under root of x minus a x plus a. I have combined the root. And that root can be written as log of mod of x minus a upon x plus a raised to 1 by 2 plus c. Okay, and now let's take that 1 by 2 in with a, because we have a rule in log which is log m raised to n is n log m, isn't it? So with that we got 1 upon 2a log of mod of x minus a upon x plus a plus c. Done? So with this, we are done with the second proof of this particular category. Fine. Now in textbook, if you refer this proof, they have done it with partial fraction. Okay. I don't mind you go by that style also, but I would say prefer standard substitution because with this we are going to get all the 6 results. Okay. Textbook ने क्या किया पता है? First 3 results, there is 1 upon quadratic को they have used partial fraction, and for 1 upon root quadratic they have gone for standard substitution. So it is very confusing for a student to remember that this set to be done by partial fraction and this set to be done by standard substitution. Rather, let's do one thing. Entire group, whatever they ask, we are going to do it by standard substitution. So it may appear that little bit lengthy writing wise. No, not calculation. Calculative steps are more. Technically, it's not tough. Okay, so I would go by standard substitution in this. Is that clear? Now let's move to the next proof. It says integration of 1 upon a square minus x square dx is 1 upon 2a plus x upon a minus x plus c. Just like the first 2 theorems again, the hint says that, as I said, ये पूरा group में आपको use क्या करना है? Standard substitution. Standard substitution. Okay. Now which substitution I should go for? So I already repeated twice. Now I'm repeating for the third time. Let us take the result what we have in the question, which is a square minus x square. In place of x a square, think of 1. So what you see is 1 minus something square. And can you just go back to the square identity of trigonometry and give me the result? Yes, if you see, you might recall 1 minus sine square theta as cos square theta. You can even write 1 minus cos square theta as sine square theta. Now we have a choice. You can go for 1 minus sine square as well as 1 minus cos square. I would personally prefer 1 minus sine square. Fine. So using this substitution, we will be able to prove this result. Fine. So let us start. Proof. LHS. What do we have in LHS? 1 upon a square minus x square. Just now we decided we are going to think a square के जगह पे 1. The whole square, I think of 1 minus sine square theta. So this implies I should put x is equal to a sine theta. This is for your reference. Fine. So now let us substitute, or I better say put x is equal to a sine theta. Done. Now as we generally do, we differentiate with respect to x. So what we get here, in place of x, derivative of x is 1, derivative of sine theta is cos theta, and we apply chain rule to get d theta by dx. Okay, now let's take dx here. So we get dx is equal to what? A cos theta d theta. Now let's take these two results, result number 1 and result number 2, and rewrite LHS. So what do we have in LHS? Come on. Integration. In place of a square, I write a square only. In place of x, I am going to put a sine theta to get a square sine square theta. And in place of dx, we are going to write a cos theta d theta. चलो, let's write numerator में क्या मिलेगा? A cos theta. In denominator, can we take a square common? What I'm left with is 1 minus sin square theta d theta. Now what is this 1 minus sin square? Come on, it is cos square. Yes. So we got a cos theta upon a square cos square theta d theta. Here your a get cancelled, here cos get cancelled. Okay, ध्यान से देखना what is left out. In numerator we are left with 1 and in denominator we are left with a and cos theta. So LHS is what? Integration 1 upon a cos theta in denominator. Let me check. Yes. Done? So now can we take 1 upon a outside? Yes. 1 upon cos theta. 1 upon cos theta can be written as sec theta. And I hope everyone knows integration of sec theta. If not, then please remember that it is log of mod of sec x minus tan x. Sorry, we'll use theta here because we are talking in terms of theta. Sec theta minus tan theta, sorry, plus tan theta plus c. In cosecant quad we got negative sign, in secant tan we have positive sign in between. Fine. चलो मतलब इंटीग्रेट तो हो गया, but then thing doesn't end here. We need to resubstitute because थीटा हमने इंट्रोड्यूस किया है, आंसर में x चाहिए, no issue. We have, tell me, to resubstitute, what tool we have? We have got x is equal to a sin theta. So let's use it. X is equal to a sin theta. From that, can I get sin theta? Yes. What is sin theta? X upon a. But the problem is what? What we have is sin theta, and what we want in the thing to be replaced is sec theta and tan theta, which I generally just now said that sorry. Okay, so then let's start with the next proof. It says integration 1 upon a square minus x square is equal to 1 upon 2a log mod a plus x upon a minus x, okay, plus c. So as usual, let us start with hint part of it. As I said, in this entire group, we are going to use standard substitution. So hint is standard substitution. Now the question arises, which substitution we are going to go for. Those who know well and good, जिसको नहीं आता है, I gave you a very simple technique. Write the result which is there on left hand side. Replace a square by 1. So what we got? 1 minus something square. And now think of square identity. Come on, square identity. So from trigonometry, is it not we know 1 minus sine square theta as cos square theta, and we also have 1 minus cos square theta as sine square theta. So you have a choice. You can go for either sine theta or cos theta. I would prefer the first one. So with that, can I say we are going for x is equal to, we have decided x के जगह पे क्या रखना है, sine theta, and a तो obviously उस पे रहेगा. Fine. So to prove this, you need to remember we are going to substitute x is equal to a sine theta. The rest is just a calculation of it. Fine. So पूरा proof याद रखने का जरूरत नहीं है. So let us start with this proof. LHS. What is there in LHS? 1 upon a square minus x square dx. Fine. Chalo. Now let us again revise. I want to decide which substitution I should go for. So what I am finding here is a square minus x square. A square के जगह पे क्या देखना है अपने को? 1. Sorry. 1 minus something square. And 1 minus something square मतलब which formula? 1 minus sine square theta. And there how we come with the idea that I should replace x with a sine theta. I am sure अगर ये थोड़ा समझ लिया तो आपको normal sum में भी problem नहीं होगा, which are based on standard substitution. So there is no need to buy at the standard substitution. You can do it on the spot. Fine. Chalo. So let us say put what we are going to replace. X is equal to what? A sine theta. Now let us differentiate with respect to x because we want to replace the x also. Derivative of x is 1. A as it is. Sine theta का derivative is cos theta. And because we are going for chain rule, we write d theta by dx. For in the next step, we write dx is equal to a cos theta d theta, and done. With this and with this, we can rewrite the LHS. So let us rewrite LHS. Tell me what was there in the numerator. It was 1 only. In place of a square, we are going to write a square only. In place of x, are we not going to substitute a sine theta? So we get a square sine square theta. And in place of dx, I am going to write a cos theta d theta. Fine. So with this, I got a cos theta Can we take a square common from the denominator? Yes, we left with 1 minus sine square theta d theta. And as we know, 1 minus sine square theta is what? Cos square theta. So it is a cos theta upon a square cos square theta d theta. Now tell me which are the terms getting cancelled here? It is a getting cancelled, even cos theta is getting cancelled. What we are left is just a cos theta in the denominator. So let's move to the next page. LHS is integration of 1 upon a cos theta d theta. Fine. Can we take 1 upon a constant outside? Yes. 1 upon cos theta d theta. 1 upon cos theta can be written as what? Sec theta. And I hope everyone knows integration of sec theta is, yes, log of mod of sec theta plus tan theta plus c. And we are done with the integration part of the proof. Now let's start with the last case, which talks about the resubstitution. We cannot leave the answer here because we want the answer in terms of x. So let's go to the initial part, and what we had we had x is equal to a sine theta. Okay, so we have x is equal to a sine theta. So from there, can we get sine theta? So what is sine theta? It is x upon a. Fine. But what we want to resubstitute here, it is sec theta and tan theta. So for that, we use triangle method. I repeat one more time. Whenever we have got one single trigonometric term, okay, whenever you have one single trigonometric term, anywhere in trigonometry or anywhere else, please always think of triangle method, and we'll be using the triangle method when we need the other terms. Fine. So keep that in your mind. It will going to help you. So here sin theta ka definition is what? Opposite upon hypotenuse. So let's construct a triangle, right angle triangle, with opposite side as x and hypotenuse as a. Now as I said, the third side we are going to get it by what? We are going to get it by Pythagoras theorem, which says hypotenuse square minus side square. And again, there is no need to explain that. So from the diagram, can you give me sec theta? What is sec theta? Come on. Sec theta ka definition is hypotenuse upon adjacent. Okay, so what is the hypotenuse side? It is a. Adjacent side, root of a square minus x square. And what is tan theta? It is opposite upon adjacent. So what is the opposite side? X. Adjacent side, root of a square minus x square. Let's take both the results and substitute in LHS. So what we get is 1 upon a log of mod of, in place of sec. Let me take the other page, that will be better. Okay. We write LHS is equal to, yes, what we get? We already had 1 upon a. This is your result number a, isn't it? So let's substitute second tan theta in result a. So we already had 1 upon a, done, log of mod of, in place of sec theta, is not we put a upon under root of a square minus x square, and in place of tan theta we put x upon under root of a square minus x square dx. Okay, plus c, sorry, not dx. And it's just like the previous theorem, the calculation will continue. Can we say denominator is same? So we group the numerator to get a plus x upon a square minus x square dx plus c. Here in denominator, can we go for a square minus b square formula, which is a plus b, a minus b. So what we get is 1 upon a log of mod of a plus x upon under root of a plus x into a minus x. Okay, let us separate root in the denominator. So we get log of a plus x upon root of a plus x into root of a minus x plus c. And here, as I said already, x upon root x, kya hota hai? Cut, okay? It becomes root x. So that term if I cancel, I get 1 upon a log of mod of root of a plus x upon root of a minus x. So let us club both the root terms. So 1 upon a log of mod of under root of a plus x upon a minus x plus c. Can we write a root term as what? We can write root as power 1 by 2. So a plus x upon a minus x raised to 1 by 2 plus c. And here we use log ka 1 property, which says log of m raised to n is what? N log m, which means you can take the power 1 by 2 in front. And by doing so, we get 1 upon 2a log of mod of a plus x upon a minus x plus c, and screw. Done. Again, I repeat the same thing which I said in the previous proof, that in textbook they have done this with partial fraction technique, which looks very short, but if you see the next set of proof, there you cannot go for partial fraction. You need to do it those proof by standard substitution. So to have uniformity, all 6 proofs, okay, which we are going to do under this particular category, we are going to follow standard substitution. Fine. Chalo, let us move to the next proof. Now we are moving into the second set of group of formulas which were there in your integration, which talks about 1 upon root quadratic. Whenever we see 1 upon root quadratic, we use this set of formulas and it comes as a proof in your board exam. So here, let me begin again with the hint. As I said, the hint remains same. We are going to go for standard substitution. In this, to decide the standard substitution, what we do is, we take the term which is there in the question. We replace a square by 1 and x के जगह पे I imagine something square. And I think अगर आगे का 2 theorem समझा है तो here I think of a square identity of trigonometry, and in my mind I think of 1 minus sine square as cos square theta. So with this we think of x as a sine theta. So to prove this, we are going to use x is equal to what? A sine theta. Simple. So let's start proof. We take LHS, which is 1 upon a square minus x square dx. I repeat the process one more time. A square के जगह पे 1 देखा, x के जगह पे dash square. I think of 1 minus sine square theta, and I came out with the substitution x equal to a sine theta. So simple. Okay, so what looks to be lengthy discussion in your first proof of this particular group, now I think you are getting the rhythm, you know. So एक common style से चलने का ये फायदा आपको मिलेगा. Fine. चलो, let us continue. So we put x is equal to what? A sine theta. We need to replace dx, so differentiating with respect to x. X का derivative 1, sine का derivative cos theta. Can we say d theta by dx, because we need to go for chain rule, okay? And therefore dx is equal to what? A cos theta d theta. चलो done. ये रख दिया, and ये अपने पास result ready है. Now let us do one thing. Let us take these results and substitute into the results. Fine. Into LHS. Sorry. So we take LHS, integration of. Tell me in place of a square. I'll write a square only. In place of x, I'm going to write a sine theta. So I get a square sine square theta. And in place of dx, I'm going to write a cos theta d theta. Chalo, let us rewrite. In the numerator, I got a cos theta. In the denominator, isn't it we can take a square common to write it as 1 minus sine square theta d theta. Okay. Now, it is a cos theta upon under root of, let's keep a square as it is. And what is 1 minus sine square theta? Yes, it is cos square theta. We already written that in hint. Now, when I take this value outside the root, what am I left with? Is it not I am left with a cos theta numerator as it is? In the denominator, again a cos theta. Arey come on, ये तो बहुत easy हो गया. Cut हो गया दोनों terms, so I'll get 1 here. Fine. So let us continue. In LHS, we are going to write integration of 1 d theta. So I hope you understood this. Fine. Replace किया और a cos theta cut हो गया. So 1. And now tell me what is 1? Integration of 1. Generally, again I repeat the same thing. Generally people say x, but it is not x. With respect to what? It is d theta. So answer is theta. So we write integration of, we write the answer as theta plus c. But the thing doesn't end here. We need to resubstitute. So let's see what we have. We have, if you see in the question, we have substituted x as a sine theta. So let's make use of that. For resubstitution, x is equal to a sine theta. Therefore, what is sine theta? It is x by a. And here, let me ask, do we need a triangle method? The answer is no, because we have only theta. And that can be developed from this. So, see, if I want any other term other than sine theta, I'll be going for triangle method. Otherwise, there is no need. Fine. So, here, let us replace theta with what? Sine inverse of x by a. Fine. So therefore LHS is equal to what? It is integration of, in place of theta, I'm going to write what? Sine inverse of x by a plus c, and I got LHS equal to RHS. Hence true. Fine. So it is a very simple proof if you know the right substitution. Fine. Done. Chalo. Let us continue with the next theorem in this. It is integration of 1 upon under root of x square minus a square dx as log of x plus under root of x square minus a square plus c. Now how do we prove that? I said hint remains same. We use standard substitution. Okay, and I hope now on with the 4 proofs done, you'll be able to identify the substitution well in this. If not, then just follow my instruction. You have x square minus a square. In place of a square, you put 1. So what you get? X square, not x square, something square minus 1. And now think of any square identity from trigonometry which matches with this pattern. Then you will definitely come out with the idea sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. So in the place of that blank is not we think of sec theta. So the substitution has to be x equal to a sec theta. Done? So let us continue with the proof now. So in proof, which side you take, LHS or RHS? So let us take LHS. What we are having? We have under root of x square minus a square dx. Again, let me repeat. I see something square minus 1 in place of a, 1 in place of x, something square. And which formula we can think of? Sec square minus 1. So we come out with the idea that we should go with x equal to a sec theta. Done? Chalo. So let us put x is equal to a sec theta. I need to replace dx. Fine. So for that we will differentiate with respect to x. What is derivative of x? It is 1. What is sec theta ka derivative? It is sec theta tan theta. And can we write here d theta by dx? As I always say, we are following a chain rule. So dx is a sec theta tan theta d theta. Okay. So with this and with this, you are done with your LHS. Okay. So let us substitute that. What we get? 1 upon. In place of x, we are going to put a sec theta. So we are getting a sec square theta minus a square. And in place of dx, we are going to write a sec theta tan theta d theta. Fine. Chalo, let us simplify. A sec theta tan theta in numerator. In denominator, is not I can take a square common. What I am left with is sec square theta minus 1. And as you can see in hint, what is sec square minus 1 can be written as? Tan square theta. Yes, so it is a sec theta tan theta upon under root of a square tan square theta d theta. Fine. So the compared to the previous proof, what is the previous set of proof? I better say what is different? Difference is we are having a root in the denominator. Just take care of that. Otherwise, all the process is same. Fine. So if I remove that root from the denominator, am I not going to get a tan theta in the denominator? Fine. So let us rewrite. LHS is equal to, in numerator we had a sec theta tan theta. Yes, integration of a sec theta tan theta. And in denominator, after taking square root, we get a tan theta d theta. And surprise is ready. A cut, tan cut. What I am left with is integration of sec theta d theta. Now tell me what is integration of sec theta? It is log of mod of sec theta plus tan theta plus c. And with this, integration part is over. Now we start with the last phase where we are going to do the resubstitution. So let us see what we have. We have what we had in the substitution. X is equal to क्या use किया था हमने? A sec theta. So let us use that to do the resubstitution. X is equal to a sec theta. So what is sec theta is equal to? Can I say x upon a? Now tell me, do we want to replace only sec theta? Answer is no. Sec theta मिल गया अपने को. X by a रख देंगे. But what about tan theta? And that is where again I repeat the most important note point of trigo, which says when you have one term of trigonometry and you want any other term, we go for triangle method. Fine. So here we go for hypotenuse upon adjacent. So let's draw a right angle triangle with this as theta. In place of hypotenuse, can we put x? In place of adjacent, a. The third side we are going to get it by Pythagoras theorem. Okay. And what Pythagoras theorem says? It says under root of hypotenuse square minus side square. Fine. Now which term you wanted? I wanted tan theta. And what is tan theta? It is opposite upon adjacent. So can you give me the opposite side from the triangle? It is root of x square minus a square. And what is the adjacent side? It is a. So now let's take both the values and substitute in result a. So we get LHS is equal to log of mod of sec के जगह पे क्या रखेंगे? X upon a. बराबर. And tan के जगह पे x square minus a square upon a plus c. We are very close to the final answer, but इसमें छोटा सा simplification है. Okay. What we do it is denominator same है. So can we write x plus root of x square minus a square upon a plus c. Done. Now, if you see the final result, we don't want a there. यहाँ पे अपने को a नहीं चाहिए, तो no problem. Can we think of log of m by n result, which says log m minus log n. ठीक है, तो ये यूज करते हैं यहाँ पे. So I'm writing it here is equal to, can we write log of mod of x plus root of x square minus a square minus log a plus c. Now here there is one surprise for you. Is not log a is a constant term. So what we can do it is that we can mix that constant with c, because as if c is an arbitrary constant. So can we write here finally log of mod of x plus root of x square minus a square plus c. अब वापस I repeat, c कहाँ से आया? log a c के साथ क्लब हो गया. So to avoid confusion, what we do is we go reverse step में and we replace c with c1. Okay, till wherever you can say c. Why we are doing it? Because now can we say c is what? To be very precise, can we say here c is equal to c1 minus log a, to be on a safer side. It's not necessary for you to write that, but still I would say do that. Fine. And with this, can we say LHS equal to RHS? Done. Fine. Sure. Now here there is one problem. If you see, there is a printing mistake over here. We should have 1 upon x square under root of a square plus x square dx. Fine. Let's start. So let's start with hint part. I think by this time everyone is comfortable with this set of theorem, where what we are going to do is we are going to use standard substitution. Barabar? Standard substitution. So let us decide the standard substitution. I already gave how to decide it. You take the term from the question, you replace a square by 1. So what you get is 1 plus something square. Think of square identity, and I come out with the idea 1 plus tan square theta as sec square theta. So if I superimpose, I can clearly see that we can replace x by a tan theta. Decided? Chalo, let's begin the proof. Okay. Proof. Chalo, let's take LHS. What do we have in LHS? We have root of a square minus x square again. Sorry, a square plus x square dx again. Let's decide one more time. In place of a square, I can see 1. In place of x, I see 1 something square. I think of 1 plus tan square theta. With this, I got an idea that I should solve this with substituting x as a tan theta. ठीक है ना? बस अपने को यही याद रखना है. आगे का पार्ट तो just like a sum we are going to solve it. Fine? चलो, let us do it. Put x is equal to what? A tan theta. Yes. Now what we do? We differentiate with respect to x. Why? Because we want to replace dx with respect to x. What is the derivative of x? 1. A. What is the derivative of tan theta? Sec square theta into what? D theta by dx. Why we are doing this? Chain rule again. Fine. And therefore dx is what? A sec square theta d theta. So with these two results, we will be able to get the desired answer. Fine. So let us take those values and substitute into LHS. So what we get? 1 upon under root of a square. In place of x, what we are going to put? A tan theta. So are we not going to get a square tan square theta here? बराबर. In place of dx, we are going to write a sec square theta d theta. चलो थोड़ा एडजस्ट करते हैं. ऊपर क्या आएगा? a sec square theta बराबर. In the denominator is not, we can take a square common. So what I am left with? 1 plus tan square theta d theta. Done ना? Fine. चलो अब रूट में से उसको निकाल देते हैं. So what I get? A sec square theta. Okay. Upon tell me, what is 1 plus tan square can be written as? Can we say sec square theta? Yes. Barabar na? 1 plus tan square is sec square theta. Now let us take that term out of the root. So we get LHS as what? Integration a sec theta upon, if I remove the, a sec square theta. Yes, in numerator. And in denominator, if I remove root, I get a sec theta. So a sec theta d theta. So what will happen? A get cancelled. Is not here, sec will get cancelled. What I am left with is integration sec theta d theta. Again ask you, what is the integration of sec theta? The answer is log of mod of sec theta plus tan theta plus c. Okay, so now आगे क्या करना पड़ेगा? We need to go for resubstitution. Come on, for that can we use the substitution x is equal to a tan theta? Okay, so let's come back to the result and let us do the resubstitution. So we have, what do we have? X is equal to a tan theta. Done. Let us adjust it. Come on. What is tan theta from this? X upon a. So tell me here, is not I can replace tan theta, but I also want sec theta. Now ये कहाँ से लाएंगे? तो as I already explained so many times, we are going to use what? Triangle method. So what is tan theta definition? Opposite upon adjacent. Okay, let's draw our triangle, right angle triangle with angle as theta. Opposite side is x, adjacent is a. Hypotenuse would be, is not by Pythagoras, we can say a square plus x square. Fine. So looking at the triangle which you see there, is not we can get sec theta. Can you help me with sec theta? What is the definition? It is hypotenuse upon adjacent. And what is hypotenuse? It is root of a square plus x square. What is adjacent? It is a. Let's take both the results and substitute in the LHS, or the result what we got. LHS is equal to log of mod of. In place of sec, I write a square plus x square upon a. In place of tan, I put x upon a plus c. And just like previous theorem, if you see, we need to little bit simplify further to get the final result. So what do you find in denominator? There is a common term. So can we say root of a square plus x square plus x upon a plus c. Now we don't want a, so let us remove it. No issue. Can we write log of mod of? Here I repeat one more time. We are going to use log property which says log m by n. Okay, what is log of m by n? Formula says it says log m minus log n. Okay, na? So what I get here? Log of mod of a square plus x square plus x minus log a plus c. And that log a is actually a constant term which we can merge with c to get a final result. So can we write final answer as log of mod of, and inside if you see there is a addition, so we can flip the terms. So can we write it as x plus root of x square plus a square plus c. And to on a safer side, let us replace the previous step ke c by c1 and say that I am replacing c with c1 minus log a, and LHS equal to RHS, hence proof. Fine. So we are done with the entire group of 6 theorems where we have used a standard substitution.
Now let's start with the last group, which includes 3 theorems, and these theorems can also be done with the help of standard substitution, but we will prefer integration by parts. Okay? So that's why I'll call this as a separate group here. Fine. But if somebody want to try with the standard substitution, you can do that. You will get the answer. It is slightly lengthy. That's why we are avoiding it. So hint number 1 is we use integration by parts. Now I hope you know the integration by parts formula. It is integration uv dx is u integration of v dx minus बड़ा इंटीग्रेशन ब्रैकेट में इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ v dx into derivative of u the whole dx. Now जैसा मैंने बोला we use integration by parts. Some of the student might think that sir इसमें integration by parts कैसे use होगा? Integration by part is used when we have multiplication of 2 function. Okay, and here we have only one in the question. So the second hint says that to use integration by part, what we write is we are going to write the question as 1 into root of a square minus x square. Okay, that's the second hint. Now the doubt will come, sir किसको u किसको v लेंगे, बराबर? So for that, please by heart that the question we are going to take it as u and 1 we are going to take it as v. Now in this set we will be requiring 1 upon root quadratic के set of formulas. Now when I say 1 upon root quadratic matlab I am talking of 1 upon root of a square minus x square dx. If you know, it's well and good, and if not, then please by heart. Now we have proved this in the previous set. Okay? So if you recall, the formula for this was sine inverse of x by a plus c. Okay? So with this 3 hint, I am sure you will be able to remember this proof very easily. Fine. So let's start the question proof here. We take the question as I is equal to integration root of a square minus x square dx. Done. Now as we have decided that we are going to use integration by parts, we are going to write the question as 1 into root of a square minus x square dx. So now we can see multiplication of 2 function. Now the next doubt, who's going to be u and who's going to be v. So in the hint, I clearly said that the question is going to be u and 1 is going to be v. So now let's apply the formula. What is integration by parts formula says? It says u integration of v dx, sorry, in place of v we are going to write 1 dx minus bada integration bracket integration of v derivative of u the whole dx. So here we are done with the first stage or first phase of this particular theorem. Okay. Now let us simplify further. What is integration of 1? It is x into root of a square minus x square. Okay, मैं पीछे नहीं आगे लिख रहा हूँ बराबर माइनस अगेन व्हाट इज इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 1? इट इज x. Then we need to go for derivative of root of a square minus x square. Now those who don't know what is derivative of this, we are going to use derivative of root x, which is 1 upon 2 root x. Okay, so keep this also formula in your mind. So now with that, can we say 1 upon 2 root of, in place of x, what do you find? A square minus x square, so we write that. Now since in place of x, we have got a square minus x square, we use chain rule. You have done this in derivative, fine. So we write into derivative of a square minus x square. Whatever term is in place of x, we are going to differentiate it. The whole dx. Done. Chalo, let us proceed further. So we get x root of a square minus x square minus is not, I get x here upon 2 root of a square minus x square. Now what is the derivative of a square? It is 0. What is the derivative of x? Sorry, a square is 0. What is the derivative of x square? It is 2x, the whole dx. Now one thing I forgot here is I need to write c1 because we have integrated 1 na, तो उसका constant of integration add करना पड़ेगा. And I am not writing c because in the question there is still one more term to be integrated. ठीक है, once that is eliminated at the end we will write c. ठीक है, चलो. So what we got here, x root of a square minus x square is not यहाँ पे minus bracket, this will get multiplied in the numerator, so I get minus 2x square upon 2 into root of a square minus x square dx plus c1. Now here the 2 will get cancelled. Now you will be asking, sir, why you are not taking minus outside? There is a reason for that. I will be explaining in the next step. So यहाँ तक हम लोग आ गए. ठीक है. So second phase of this particular theorem is over. So in the first phase we applied integration by parts. In the second we have simplified that particular result. Now what to do? At this stage, if you have done integration well, then definitely आपको click हो गया रहेगा. But if not, then please remember, whenever we see algebraic function, okay, one of the basic rule to integrate algebraic function involving division is replicate denominator in numerator. I repeat, replicate denominator in numerator. ठीक है. So in the denominator what we find is a square minus x square. Okay, I want that term here. Are you getting it? So what we do here is, can we add and subtract a square? तो यहाँ पे आपका आ जाएगा x under root of a square minus x square minus, and now you must be realizing that why I have not taken minus outside. ठीक है. So a square को add किया, यहाँ पे a square को subtract किया upon root of a square minus x square dx plus c1. Okay, here I need to write dx. I forgot dx here. So dx plus c1. चलो ठीक है. So this first part becomes one term and the second part is the second. Now what we do is, after replicating we separate the term. ठीक है. So let us separate the denominator. So what I get is I is equal to under root of x under root of a square minus x square minus integration of a square minus x square upon root of a square minus x square. This is the first part, and in the second part is not I get minus a square upon under root of a square minus x square the whole dx plus c1. Now in the first part, if you see, is it not this looks like something x upon root x? ऐसा कुछ दिख रहा है. Okay, numerator का जो term है that is x, and the denominator में I can see root x, and if you understand, is not this cancel होके अपने को root x मिलेगा, isn't it? So by doing so, what I get is x root of a square minus x square minus of, now let us separate the integration, and what I get here, first term cancel okay, root of a square minus x square dx. One more thing, when I open the bracket, this minus will go inside. Okay, so first term will be negative, the second term will be positive, so I get here plus integration of a square upon root of a square minus x square dx plus c1. Now here you will find one एक बहुत interesting surprise मिला अपने को. Tell me what was the question? It was root of a square minus x square dx. इसका integration, and what we got here? We got the same term. So can we replace that with I? Okay, you must have done this in integration by parts type of question. So what we do here is we mark this as result A, and can I say here using A या फ्रॉम ए we are going to replace it with x root of a square minus x square minus I, isn't it? Fine. And I'm going to take a square outside here in the final term, 1 upon root of a square minus x square dx. And here, isn't it, I going to use my hint number 3. Okay, जिनको नहीं आता है please hint number 3 याद रख लेना. It's a very important formula. Without that you cannot prove this result. So what is that? We can replace it with sine inverse of x by a. So now let us replace it here to get this result. Can I say I see 1 upon root quadratic? This is what I see. Okay, so we are going to use that result. So I is equal to x root of a square minus x square minus I plus a square into sine inverse of x by a. And now if you see, is not, I can write plus c1. Okay, I better say I'll write C2. Now तुम बोलेगा सर why C2? Because एक और last छोटा सा adjustment pending है, and that is can we take this minus I on the other side? So what I get here is 2I is equal to x root of a square minus x square plus a square sine inverse of x by a plus C2. And finally what I wanted was I and not 2I. So let's throw 2 on the other side. So I got x upon 2 root of a square minus x square plus a square by 2 sine inverse of x by a. And isn't it in the last term we are going to get c2 by 2, which now I'm going to replace it with c. Okay, because integration is over and I got what I wanted. So this is how we prove this particular theorem. Hence proof. Okay, and let me tell you the other two theorems of this particular group follow the same style. Okay, खाली थोड़ा बहुत फाइन ट्यूनिंग करना है. तो let me show you which are the important steps you should remember. The first and very important step is to write the question as into one and then go for integration by part. The second important step was replicate denominator and numerator. Okay, that you need to remember. And the final phase is your group 2 formula. That is 1 upon root quadratic. If you know these 3 steps well, I think there is nothing to worry about this particular proof. Done? Fine. So now let us proceed to the next proof of this particular group. And I expect this time you'll be able to say some steps along with me. I would be really happy if you can do that. Fine? Chalo. So here hint number 1, let us repeat, is not we are going to use integration by parts. Integration by parts. Can you help me with the formula again? What was that? Integration u v dx. It was u integration of v dx minus bada integration bracket integration of v dx derivative of u the whole dx. Done. The third hint which I said is we are going to use one more thing is in the question how you are going to see that into 1 karke. That I am not writing here. And finally we'll be using 1 upon root of x square plus a square ka formula. If you know, well and good. If not, then please by heart. The formula is log mod of x plus root of x square plus a square plus c. So with this 3 hint, we'll be able to prove this very easily. So let's start the proof. Chalo, I expect students to say along with me the steps if possible. So I is equal to what we're going to write, root of what, x square plus a square dx. Okay, I want to use integration by parts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write into 1. So 1 into root of x square plus a square dx. Done. This is result number a. Sorry, the first term को हम result a देंगे because last में use करना है ना इसको अपने को, ठीक है? Anyways, now who's going to be u and who's going to be v? Root term is going to be u and 1 is going to be v. So let's apply the formula. What is the formula? U integration of v dx minus बड़ा integration bracket integration of 1 dx derivative of u the whole dx. Done. Formula applied. Chalo. Now what is integration of 1? It is x. So we're going to write आगे x root of x square plus a square. First term ready. Minus integration of, what is integration of 1 again? X. And here as we have said, we are going to use derivative of root x. What is derivative of root x? 1 upon 2 root x. लेकिन x के जगह पे क्या दिख रहा है? X square plus a square. So what we are going to do? We are going to follow chain rule. So can you help me with the answer of this? What is derivative of root of x square plus a square? It is 1 upon 2 root of x square plus a square. हमने 1 upon 2 root x लिख दिया, लेकिन into क्या करना पड़ेगा? डेरिवेटिव जो x के जगह पे है, x square plus a square the whole dx plus c1. Why I wrote c1? Because 1 का इंटीग्रेशन हो गया है. चलो, let us proceed further फटाफट. I got x root of x square plus a square minus integration x. What is ये 2 root of x square plus a square? What is derivative of x square? 2x. What is derivative of a square? 0 dx plus c1. Okay, now let's adjust the term. What I get? X root of x square plus a square minus integration. Am I not going to get 2x square upon 2 root of x square plus a square dx? Barabar, plus c1. Now here 2 get cancelled and we come to the second most important step of this particular theorem. As I said, अगर previous theorem समझा रहेगा तो इधर आपको click हो ही जाएगा. What we are going to do here? So I repeat, replicate. Just remember that. Okay, we are going to replicate. So now how do we replicate? We add and subtract a square. So x square plus a square minus x square plus a square one term minus a square upon root of x square plus a square dx. After replicating, generally what we do, we separate the denominators. Okay, so here I get I is equal to, the first term was x root of x square plus a square minus integration of. Now let us separate the term. In the first part, we will be getting x square plus a square upon root of x square plus a square. So x square plus a square upon root of x square plus a square dx. In the second part, sorry, not dx, in the next step we will be separating that, minus a square upon root of x square plus a square, the whole dx. Done? Chalo. Now let us separate integration also. And one more thing, what do you see here? I see x upon root of x. And when we cancel, what we get here? Root x. ठीक है ना? So we are going to get root x here. Fine. So I is equal to, help me, tell me what I am going to write. X root of x square plus a square minus integration of, in the first term, are we not going to get root of x square plus a square dx? बराबर ना? नीचे से काटोगे x square plus a square बचेगा. Now when we open the bracket, this minus goes inside, so that minus minus becomes plus, is it not? We get a square upon root of x square plus a square dx plus c1. Sorry, I forgot c1 here. Yes. Now, from 1, do you see that this is our result number a? We are going to replace it with I. Yes. So what we get here is, in the next step, sorry, is I is equal to x root of x square plus a square minus I. Here I can take a square common, and what I get? 1 upon root of x square plus a square dx plus c1. What do you find here? We find 1 upon root quadratics. Okay. If you see hint number 3, you must be knowing what we need to write here. Let us take I on the other side. Am I not going to get 2i is equal to x root of x square plus a square plus a square, and here I am going to write log mod of x plus root of x square plus a square plus c2. क्यों c2 लिखा? Because we have integrated this term. Fine. And finally, can we take 2 on the other side to get the final result as I equal to x by 2 root of x square plus a square plus a square by 2 log of mod of x plus root of x square plus a square. The last term would be c2 by 2, but we are going to write it as c because the integration is over and all adjustments are done, and that is how we prove this particular part. So in this theorem also, if you see, there are 3 major steps. Number 1, to write it as 1 into. Number 2 is replicating denominator and numerator. And number 3 is using group 2 formula, that is 1 upon root quadratic. Done? So it is exactly similar to the previous proof, only with the few fine adjustments. So इसमें अगर एक आ गया तो बाकी सब आ जाएंगे आपको, ठीक है? चलो, let us do the last theorem in this particular group. And if you have not said anything in the previous theorem with me, please try to answer few things here along with me, as if you are writing. Fine. So what is hint number 1? Tell me. ये प्रूव करने के लिए हम लोग क्या यूज करेंगे? We use integration by parts. ठीक है? Integration by parts. चलो, what is integration by parts का formula? Come on, it is integration u v dx is equal to u integration of v dx minus बड़ा integration bracket integration of v dx derivative of u the whole dx. ठीक है? And third, and the finally, we are going to use which formula? 1 upon root of x square minus a square dx. If you have done the previous group well and you know the formula, answer was log mod x root of x square minus a square plus c. ठीक है ना. So with this three hint, we'll be able to prove this very easily. So let's start the proof of this. We write I is equal to integration root of x square minus a square dx. Isn't it? This is going to be result A because इसको बाद में use करना है. Number two is what? I is equal to, we are going to write it as what? 1 into root of x square minus a square dx, because I want to use integration by parts. Con u con v, so root wala term u and 1 is going to be v. Let's apply the formula. What is the formula? U integration of v dx minus bada integration of v dx derivative of u the whole dx. Done. चलो. Now यहाँ पे आपको कौन सा फॉर्मूला दिख रहा है? तो वी सी डेरिवेटिव ऑफ रूट एक्स. व्हाट इज डेरिवेटिव ऑफ रूट एक्स? अगेन 1/2 रूट एक्स. बाय राइटिंग इट्स अगेन एंड अगेन, आई थिंक आपको वो स्टेप्स क्लियर होते जाएंगे. ठीक है, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम राइटिंग इट अगेन. सो व्हाट यू गेट हियर इज नॉट इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 1 इज x, तो यहाँ पे आएगा x रूट ऑफ x स्क्वायर माइनस a स्क्वायर माइनस इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ, व्हाट इज इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 1? इट इज x इनटू व्हाट इज डेरिवेटिव ऑफ रूट ऑफ x स्क्वायर माइनस a स्क्वायर? 1/2 रूट ऑफ x स्क्वायर माइनस a स्क्वायर. बट बात खत्म नहीं हुआ, इनटू डेरिवेटिव ऑफ x स्क्वायर माइनस a स्क्वायर होल dx एंड वी आर गोइंग टू राइट प्लस c1. ठीक है, चलो लेट अस प्रोसीड फर्दर. सो x रूट ऑफ x स्क्वायर माइनस a स्क्वायर माइनस इंटीग्रेशन. सो x ऊपर यहाँ पे आएगा 2 रूट ऑफ x स्क्वायर माइनस a स्क्वायर. व्हाट इज डेरिवेटिव ऑफ x स्क्वायर? इट इज 2x. a स्क्वायर डेरिवेटिव 0 dx प्लस c1. Isn't it? We are going to get x root of x square minus a square minus of, अगर मैं न्यूमरेटर में मल्टीप्लाई करेगा तो I get 2x square upon 2 root of x square minus a square. So 2 get cancel. Now I am coming to the second most important step of this particular proof, and that is replicate denominator in numerator. Very good. यहाँ पे आपके दिमाग में क्या आना चाहिए? Replicate. चलो replicate करते हैं. x root of x square minus a square minus, can we replicate by adding and subtracting a square? चलो add subtract कर दिया. x square minus a square dx plus c1. ठीक है, चलो न्यूमरेटर में इसको एक ग्रुप कर दिया. Now can we separate denominator? जैसा मैं सेपरेट करेगा what I get? I is equal to x root of x square minus a square. ओके, चलो बीच में टाइम कौन सा था? माइनस. चलो यहाँ पे आएगा माइनस इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ x square minus a square upon root of x square minus a square, and in the second term we get plus of a square upon root of x square minus a square the whole dx plus c1. ठीक है, I repeat, what do you find here? x upon root x. जब भी x upon root x आया तो कट होके क्या बचेगा? root x. ठीक है ना, इंटीग्रेशन नहीं, अपने को खाली root x ही है. चलो now let us aggregate. तो what I get? I is equal to x root of x square minus a square माइनस, ये कट होके क्या बचेगा? रूट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस ए स्क्वायर बचेगा dx. अगर माइनस अंदर जाएगा तो प्लस का माइनस हो जाएगा. Isn't it? I get a square upon root of x square minus a square dx plus c1. Now here from where? Okay, we are going to replace it with I. तो यहाँ पे आएगा I x root of x square minus a square minus I. What I get here? Minus of, can we take a square outside, and 1 upon under root of x square minus a square dx plus c1. And what do you find here? I repeat, 1 upon root quadratic. And if you have seen my hint number 3, the formula says what? I is equal to x root of x square minus a square minus I, okay, minus a square. What does root 3 says? It answer for this is log of mod of x plus root of x square minus a square plus c2. Why c2? Because हमने और एक इंटीग्रेशन किया. Now can we take I on the other side? So I get 2i is equal to x root of x square minus a square minus a square log of mod of x plus root of x square minus a square, and finally let us take 2 on the other side. I get I equal to x by 2 root of x square minus a square minus a square by 2 log of mod of x plus root of x square minus a square plus, now the final term would be again c2 by 2. We are going to write it as c, and with this we have done this particular proof over. Okay, so with this we are done with all the theorems which are required for indefinite integration. Okay, so in all there are 10 theorems. I am expecting one of the theorem to come in a board exam, so please do it very nicely. Fine, thank you so much.